Ready.
Good morning, Dr. Brad.
Oh, Kurt. Hey, all you nice people watching. This is an opportunity. You can hit while Kurt's drinking his coffee, like and subscribe, and then notification bell even. And then you can start thinking about commenting about how Kurt's wall is undecorated. Okay, it's just bricks.
It's not undecorated. Brad sent me this. Now, when I got it, because it goes with the wall here, you see, right? But when I received it, I thought it was a paddle because so many liberals need paddling. But apparently, it's a pizza oven thingy. And he's telling me that it looks like I'm running a pizza place. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Something like that. I'm trying to make it more look like that.
I could have done we could have done a bar strip club theme, but you went all wholesome with the pizza parlor thing.
Oh, that suggests franchise opportunities that haven't been done yet. Put that in your minds, guys.
Actually, strip clubs don't serve like regular bar food, the fancy ones, right? It's actually quite nice, right? It's usually the cheese and crackers or fruits and vegetables and that kind of stuff. Anyway, not that I have all that much experience, but it's not the same in Russia and Ukraine. They're not like sleazy places. Like you can take your wife there, and I've taken my girlfriend's taken me there.
Nice. Nice. We have fresh coffee, dirty coffee.
I do. All right, so I was saying something that we needed to record. Oh, I was saying that Claude, it's interesting working with Claude and with ChatGPT.
Okay.
Because they're both sophisticated, but they're sophisticated at different things. What I like about ChatGPT is that it can write in my style and it can learn from me better. Right? It does keep this really, it'll tell you updating memory now.
Right.
It actually says it when it's adding your ideas to its memory, or it's building your memory model, right? And so when I work with Claude, it's more, I don't know how to describe it, pedagogical, touchy-feely.
Okay.
And it's a little more verbose. So this morning I've been trying to use both, and it's kind of good to use both.
Huh.
So
Why?
well, I get the answer that I want out of ChatGPT, right? But then if, like, say, I'm having trouble framing this, giving this, here's the one I just did, right? I just did one, right? I'm having a problem with this narrative that's the hierarchy of memories, right? And I want to, so first I said, help me, I wrote, my usual long thing, right? Right, and I said, help me explain this. And it did. And then I asked it, okay, given that answer, shoot holes in it. Right? What's the holes in it? And now I can put my problem in my terms, get a prose version that is framed that way, and get the criticism, let's shoot holes in it, and iterate on it. Right? So it says, well, so in this particular case, it says, well, I mean, it's an oversimplification. Of course, it's a fucking oversimplification. That's what I'm trying to achieve. I'm trying to find a narrative that will explain why is it you can't introspect on you can't introspect on the parts of your vision the way you can sort of introspect on the parts of your audition, right? Your that sense. Um, well, I mean, it's the density of information is obvious part of it, right? So it take a whole nother brain to look at the process your brain is using and understand the process, right? I mean, it's really that complicated. So that's not, but it says you would need to provide examples of episodic semantic and procedural memories, and I'm like, is it really that? Isn't that obvious? But maybe I guess it's not obvious that it doesn't matter. That's the whole point. A memory is a memory of whatever was stimulated. So now I have to say a memory is a memory of whatever pattern, because
No,
but
no, I
pattern
don't.
recognition was stimulated.
It doesn't matter what pattern it is,
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't think such nitpickiness is reasonable. And it certainly is not. I don't think it adds value much because it's like memories, 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 and
yeah,
you can divide them up, and it doesn't change detract from the basic argument.
right. Um,
But Kurt, I think it's time for you to tell the people what's going on and what day it is and all that stuff.
oh, I'm sorry, Brad. Today is Sunday, May 12th, 2024. We are continuing our work on the section called Embodiment, or the chapter called Embodiment. I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's a section or chapter. I think it's a chapter with sections. What's your neck size? 14.
Yeah, about that.
You know what's my neck size? 18 and a half.
Oh my God.
I need like an extra long tie for a short guy, simply because my neck is so enormous. All right. Uh, da, 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 da. So it gets into the consciousness problem, and of course, if I didn't convince it that that a hierarchy of memories is merely, I suppose I could do the hierarchy of memories from the brainstem, and that would be enough. But I have to find some way to say what is I, because I is just the brainstem homeostasis, right? I mean, the rest of it's just memories, judging variations from that.
Right.
Right. So,
Which is I is a function. It's quite an interesting function because it's homeostatic, but it has a memory state function of state functions. Right. I remember what it was like to be like that and be like me.
mhm,
And I have a preference to remain like me because I don't know how to be something else because I haven't tried it yet.
mhm. So when you come back conscious very slowly, I'm very aware of the me existing, but the memory it has to work with is like milliseconds. So all you're aware of is being aware of. I mean, you can't, and then things start adding on, right? You eventually get to where your body is, and then your senses, and then your environment, and then your memories, like your history coming on. And it's really weird because I remember the feeling of being that person as just the first inkling, right? But when you change from, oh, I'm here, you feel a reaction to being, oh, I'm here. In this case, it was a restaurant, right? Right. And then as your memories come back, you say, oh, I'm that guy. This is what I am. And then you start your problems and your opportunities and stuff come back, like your current context. And you're like, and I got to tell you, it's an increasing weight,
Yeah.
right? You feel it as increasing burden, right? And so when that happens, it's you sort of get the feeling for it. But when it's just you, I mean, uh, that's just very low level I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, okay. Is anything, it's more like I'm okay, is anything not okay? Actually, the other feeling I remember having is what? What's going on? Right? I mean, it's like this is something's not right, right? Something's not right. What's going on? It's a fascinating experience. I'm a very good research subject for this things, obviously, because anyway, so role of attention, and then I don't care with philosophical objections. I'm trying to kill those objections. All right, so it's basically saying that we don't need that we're basically saying that I think the only thing to address here is it might be worth a sentence that says, so it doesn't matter what source it is, and what kind of memory it is.
Right. I think so. I think interjection in there just to dissuade that,
Yes.
dispel it before it occurs. But you're not sharing screens at all, you know.
Well, I was, if I share screens, then I don't get to, I have to actually
Oh,
focus.
oh, I see.
And
I see. I'm gonna drink some coffee.
I'm trying to find the part where it says
It is coffee.
hierarchy of memories. Okay, here it is. You ready?
I'm ready, Kurt. That's different than
Focus a
this one.
little. Well,
That's different than this one.
no, I don't know. Whichever side of my brain feels like getting it done. All right. Bing, 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 bing. Share. Share screen. Share. Oh,
You could do it.
two. What am I trying to do? I've got, where's that screen? Oh, I see. I have to, you know what it does? You can't switch your views once you pull up the share. So,
Ah,
share screens, and I want desktop 2, and then I want desktop 1, and that's to share those two.
what a boom. There we go. Back to where we were.
Now I gotta find you.
Hello.
Where's Brad?
You're supposed to say Marco.
Where are you? Oh, there you are, way over there. Marco Polo. I'm gonna switch. I don't know how to make it go to this by default. I wish I could. There we go. Now there's Big Brad. Now I can see your face as you're making fun of me. I also see. I found my script, my PowerPoint for the whole series, foundation series through consciousness.
Okay.
I found that. I haven't yet found the PowerPoint just for vision, but I have found everything for consciousness. That's going to be quite useful because I did very good work on that before. I don't think I did the hierarchy of memories anywhere near as we've done it here. So it's quite good. All right, so let's go back up to where we are here.
Okay.
And we're started with homeostasis. We've got some basic concepts, which is the body, division of labor, cooperation, information, homeostasis. And as Brad said, the only variable is the body, because we are trying to get across that the origin of all behavioral causality is the demand for homeostasis. And so the body's trying to do this. I think the thing I thought of this morning was that, and we probably could add that we probably could add that homeostasis is achieved by acquisition.
I was thinking this thought. When you say homeostasis is kind of an interesting function. So failure of homeostasis feels bad.
Yes.
Gaining feels good.
Yes.
And that defines the motivational function, right?
Yes. So let me get these two pieces in there. Hmm. I want to frame it as
Yeah. Yeah. I would write that it feels good.
yeah, I haven't got there yet.
I know.
Yeah.
Where are you? Oh,
What do I want to ask here? How this process works?
huh. That's funny. Push it.
Hmm?
Push the button. They changed the button.
Doesn't help me.
What are you trying to get it to do?
I'm trying to make good and bad. I want to answer the good and bad really briefly, right? Somehow there.
Right? Feeling bad is a signal of homeostasis is failing.
Mm,
Feeling good is this is helping my homeostasis.
How did you say it?
Bad feelings are signal to or signal
Bad feelings.
failure of homeostasis. Yeah. Optimization of homeostasis.
Okay, that's the general. Now we need a specific. What's the simple version?
Of what?
Well, give me a second. Right, there's internal,
Right?
basically relationships with the outside world. And then there's action. Right. Now, the complex one is this, is action. So the most, I mean, you only basically have three sets of neurochemistry to work with. And so I mean, we usually think of dopamine as a reward system, right? But it's not, it's a bait system.
Right?
You know, it's baiting your behavior. And so,
Right. What it does, it's like a neurotropin
yes.
because it causes you to make the connection between the behavior and the action.
Imbalances, responses, motivational what? There was,
Motivational responsive to motivation, right? Okay, that works. Though, to be grammatical about it, I want them all to have the same form, those parentheticals. So they all talk about the first one talks about a problem. The second one talks about a response, which is
Mm.
Then the third one is a complex action, right?
Mhm.
So acquisition is quite complex.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, it happens at all levels, right?
Right. Execution. Yeah. Want the period on the other side of the parenthetical. That gives a perfect opening statement for the that which follows.
Even for the rest of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think we just said, here's what the body does, right?
right.
I don't know. I think this should be first, earlier.
Perhaps. Yeah, that should be the first thing. It's a really quite interesting series because it can go in because I'm looking at that this section is what we're is like a opening for every section.
That's what we called it, causality. Origin.
That's it. I mean, every chapter.
Go ahead.
I see this reiteration of this at the beginning of every chapter. See when we look at this
I'm with you.
function,
I'm with you. Well, the universe does it.
that's it's
The body
universal.
does it. The body does it. Organizations do it. Evolution does it. Is that what you're getting at?
That's it. It's a general function. Social world. That's it. Yeah.
why doesn't even, why can't it, I don't, fuck. Can't find, it can't identify that the correct spelling of that?
Apparently not.
Can't.
I think that goes first.
Well, I like the O. Henry ending.
Okay. This is very interesting because what we're doing here is the the embodiment is a noun.
Mhm.
Okay. What follows is language, which is a verb.
Okay, this, this, this is, this is good now.
What do you mean by a converging set of hierarchies?
Yeah. What was I, and what substitute? Oh,
Organizing.
yeah.
And ultimately producing.
Okay, that's better. Neuron evolved as a specialized type of cell capable of transmitting information more quickly and over long distances than is possible through purely chemical or electrical communication of non-neuronal cells. We did that yesterday. Did we do
Yeah.
this? Starting from input to output using, God damn it.
You touched it. That's new.
Starting from input to output using a tree analogy, a neuron consists of dendritic spine heads receptors that respond to neurochemicals, releasing this should be, releasing a positive or negative electric charge. These spine heads, blossoms, develop out of dendritic spines, fine roots or root hairs, when stimulated, and in turn, dendritic spines feed electrical charges into dendrites, coarse roots, that in turn feed into the cell body of a neuron. Then the cell body, which is the root collar or root crown, sums the positive excitatory and negative inhibitory charges, and the axon hillock valve then determines whether the neuron should fire. If so, the entire charge exits the cell body, neutralizing the charge of the cell body again, beginning another cycle, and the signal travels through the axon hillock into the axon trunk that carries the signal over some distance. The axon is periodically covered with fatty substances called myelin that insulates the axon so that the signal can travel farther and faster without degradation, allowing for larger life forms to develop. The axon trunk feeds this charge out of the axon hillock into an axon. Then the axon trunk continues by feeding the charge out of the axon hillock and into the axon terminals, branches, and twigs, terminating in boutons, transmission bulbs, imagining flowers, ovaries on trees, or reproduction, with boutons seeking to turn once again to mate with dendritic spine heads, dendritic spines, dendrites, or even cell bodies, or in rare cases, axons, thus creating a synapse, a point of transmission of neurochemistry, and thus charge from one neuron to another. In addition, axons can transport resources back and forth, such as proteins, enzymes, and organelles, in a primitive circulatory system necessary for maintaining their long-distance transportation of signal. You don't like it?
No, it's there's one minor thing in there. Up above, so it's one big block of text.
You want me to break it
No,
down?
that wasn't the primary thing. It was above there. Please show me the first part. Not that part, a little bit lower. Yeah. Stop. Okay. The axon may be periodically covered with a fatty substance called myelin. It is not necessarily.
Where is it?
It says the axon. It's about 2 lines above where you're at. The end of the sentence says the axon is, and it should be maybe.
The axon, if there's a condition, may be. Yeah, what's the criteria for an axon to be myelinated or not? What's the criteria for an axon? Why does that make you laugh so much? To be
It has myelination. That's what it is.
no, there's a reason for it.
It has to do
Because
with
it's
distance. Yeah. And it's specialization, right?
largely, it's
There's a
basically,
reason the white matter is white and the gray matter is gray.
Yeah, exactly. Right, I think I should, I think I should answer this.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what that is. That's velocity, that's length. Restaurant split and less degradation.
Thank you. Would it say intermittently covered?
Yes, that's better. Uh, uh, what is there a rough formula
For what?
for the period?
Oh, so the myelin sheath is created by the Schwann cells, right?
Yes. Okay, let's get into that. I
Just
knew there was
mention
a
it.
formula. Total the axonal diameter. It's basically half. The intermodal distance can be approximated by, oh, it's dumb. It's just a ratio. It's a ratio to width from width to length. All right.
It's not necessary to go into that detail.
No, but if there was some reason there,
I would say put that where you mentioned the myelin. The first, there it is. At the comma there. That's good. Paragraph break. Thank you. Where you mentioned myelin.
yeah, I broke it, right?
Yeah, no, but where you mentioned myelin 2 sentences down, put in parentheses, this is done by the Schwann cells, or you know what I mean?
Okay, the Schwann cell, we have Schwann cells and glial cells we got to address. Uh,
The Schwann cells are the myelin, aren't they?
Schwann cells role in so Schwann's a type of glial. Internode. I've got a couple of things. At one end or two, it's two.
Yep.
Neurochem. What the fuck? You know what it is?
What's
When I
that?
built this machine, I forgot to copy over my dictionary.
Oh,
That's what it is. Like, because I have a pretty big uh dictionary. You can find it. It's weird. You can find it on things in Mac are easy to find, sort of, because they're all text files. So you just find the text file and you update it.
okay.
So let's see a separate paragraph. Now we want to get into glial cells.
Why are we getting into the weeds here?
Uh, you're awful smart sometimes.
This is good for the science book. It's too detailed. Because the basic function is not,
Describe the function.
it even the discussion of the myelin is a little bit over the top, but it's okay.
Right. Yeah. I think it's so the result is
Unmyelinated.
right.
Yes. Yes. Now, I don't like the beginning of the next section. I don't like, neurons do not calculate. They add or they just add and fire. They just, they're
And they don't
binary.
calculate the compute. You're right.
Right? So groups of nerves can calculate, right? It's threshold detection, yeah?
Give me that again.
Threshold detection.
Yes. Where do we put that? Well, that's on the threshold detections in the, what's fucking everywhere.
Well, it's a funny thing because it's like it's a homeostatic function, okay?
Oh, great. That's good.
And it's the nerve feels good, it releases its charge.
Did you just describe the sexual experience reduced to the
To the
neuron?
neuron.
I'm pretty sure you did.
It's it.
We got to put the homeostasis in there.
Okay, I would put it in the even before. Right there. What is a neuron? Before that sentence, the neuron, okay?
Go ahead, say it.
The neuron measures charge across its cell membrane. And when it detects a certain threshold of charge, it will release its action potential. Its action, it's the charge across the membrane is the threshold is the action potential.
See, they
It
talk about
fires, then
what?
it fires.
Threshold. Wait a minute, it fired. It's not right.
I believe the action potential is the threshold. We just do this.
No, was the answer. I thought I use action potential as the charge that transmits down, but I could be wrong. No, I was right for once. That never happens.
I'm looking.
Membrane
Thresh-
potential.
Act,
Oh, I see. It's membrane potential versus
action
versus
potential.
action potential. So the neuron measures charge across its membrane. When it reaches its threshold membrane potential, fires, releases its charge action potential. down through that down. I don't have to go into parts yet because we
No, no.
I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this,
Look at that.
I know
You did
this.
it faster than me.
Huh?
You did it faster than me. I was using Claude on another parallel channel.
It's awesome, right?
It is.
It's funny because the guys who produced Claude, they're just a spin-off from the guys who produced right.
GPT.
What's funny is I keep looking at this, I'm like, nobody's gonna own, everybody thinks they're gonna own the market. Nobody's gonna own the market. I mean, Apple's gonna have it on this soon. You don't need research. I mean, we need research quality work, right? And even for what we're doing, I'm using this for the writing, but I would use Perplexity for my to do the to find the papers and books, right? That's what I use for the books, right? All right, so I go through and it'll gives me all the answers, but it'll also give, if I ask, it'll give me all the citations,
Nice.
right? So you have Perplexity, you have in sort of in a hierarchy, you have there's still plain old search, right? For like, what's Madonna's concert on the 15th,
Right.
right? You have Perplexity for real research. I really like ChatGPT for the sciencey bits. It's really quite good. And I think Claude is quite good at the conversational. So you can sort of use them all. What else do I have up here?
Huh.
Oh, I have tuning. I want to tune them. I was working with tuning uh, a model using Google's AI Studio on our stuff.
Yeah.
So you're here, right? Okay. All right. So what is a neuron? This can I take this out?
Yes.
This needs to so what? So what?
What?
He has to answer so what here.
Oh, is that a question you want to answer?
Yeah. In other words, what is a neuron? Neurons do what? Because we do it. This is how, right?
Yes.
God damn it.
Okay.
So we're not
Nerves permit signal transduction.
the role.
Where it's to allow an organism to pick up signals from the universe and respond. What a crazy answer you got there.
Kind of gave me more than I was asking for because she tends to do. I'm really looking for.
I write this. I just wrote nerves transduct.
Yeah, I know, but what the fuck does transduct mean in this? And how do I operationalize that in this case? I would say
Okay,
neurons.
it goes like this. They have the ability to transduce signals, which means they can convert one form of energy or stimulus into another form.
So we'll put that transduct.
Transduce signals. Convert one form of energy or stimulus into another form.
Then integrate them. Yeah, but integrate them is.
That's what we're talking about. We're still on a single neuron here.
Yeah, I know. Hold on.
Okay, I got you. Because you're talking about neurons in groups of them. I don't think it's necessary to talk about this because you're talking about what is a neuron is the question.
Yeah. This is supposed to be an introduction.
I'm agreeing. Okay.
What do they do? Might need a title here.
Detected patterns.
Yeah, but how do they know? They know it. Why does a neuron know it's right?
It doesn't know anything.
No, but it does. That's the
It's
point.
like a joke. It's like a joke. That's the beginning of a joke.
Okay, everything is built of relations, right? Right. So
Okay.
it's not the neuron.
The signal. You're thinking about very specific things here.
Well, I I think. Give me a second here.
I
I
am.
I want to create a narrative that makes this. So we've got what is it, right? Why is it? Why? Why is it? Right? How does it function? Right? What is it? What is it computing? Right? What are they transmitting? And what's the result? God damn it, did I do it again? No. Yes, I did. Fuck you. I swear again, it's all you. I can't even blame it on you.
You can, but it won't stick.
It won't stick. It never sticks. That's what they're transmitting. Okay, and then this is the result.
So the piece that you're working on right now, which you called Y, which is really about why do neurons group together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or what do groups of neurons do is what you're answering above there. Yeah. You're way above, you're way up there. Up there. No,
Hold
no, no,
on,
no.
brother. I'm not there. I'm almost there. I'm trying
Okay.
to resolve inconsistency here.
Okay.
No, this goes here. Why is this here? Because that should go, looks like it's here.
Yeah. It's an introduction to that, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like I think it needs to be a separate section. We didn't do that. Measurement. What size is this? Subtopic.
Yeah. This is
Go ahead, go ahead.
that's the section.
This should be the section, right?
Wait,
Because this up here is what? This is measurement,
okay,
right? This is what this is about. And then we've got neurons create measurements.
right?
That's the abstraction layer.
This is specifics.
This is the generalization. The senses. So we have measurements and systems. God damn it. Because that's the abstraction layer. And this is supposed to be sense perception. But what's this? The senses down here. Okay, now I'm really confused. Oh, this is all good. Did we duplicate it?
I think we did. That's my immediate thought. Sensation as distinct. Okay. So you have sensory perception as a general function. Then you pull down and you have sensation. Then you have specialization.
It is a hierarchy. So, but the question is, did we answer so much up in here? Here's how a neuron functions. What are they transmitting? Kinds are they? How they work together? What's the result?
Right.
I think this may be the problem. This may be the problem. It's okay. No, this is good. I think this is what's the problem. What is so neurons to nerves? That's great. That's out of the way. Neurons create measurements. Measurement consists of blah, 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 blah. All right, so consists of texture changes in the environment or the body itself. This is the next layer up.
Seems a bit repetitive.
Yeah, so let's go back to this first part here.
The way I see it is it looks like two arcs ending in the same place, but they're different arcs.
Well, I'm trying to give out how does a neuron function? Right, that's great.
Okay.
Right, that's a very
How does that first arc shows how does a neuron function and what do how do groups of neurons function? So aggregates.
Mhm. See, we're not making the jump
The measurements.
to measurements in the context of a sense.
Right. So there's a different arc, right?
Right.
We have to add that arc to the first part of the arc to complete the jump.
You mean you want to merge the two sections?
Yeah, so you go back up to the place where you have the break. and it's like this. So
So the thing is, we're telling them what they're due, but how do we get to measurements from here?
right. So you just this is you go, this is what how nerves are functioning, right?
Yeah,
And groups of nerves function like this.
right?
Now, that's a layer of abstraction. That's abstract. And then you go specifically, we measure stuff after that,
So
right? That's
this
it.
is,
That's good.
well,
Sensory perception section is good after you did the abstracted work on what the groups of nerves are capable of.
so you
Now
want,
you go, they're capable of it. What are they doing specifically?
I'm not, I know you see the right answer and I can intuit you're seeing a connection and I'm just not quite making it.
Okay,
This is very low level, right?
right.
We're trying to say, okay, we're doing everything but getting down into, say like ion charges, right?
Yeah, we're not going to do
We're
that.
not going to do that, right?
But you're going like in a general sense, the first section that we're now pointed at is how does a nerve function? How do groups of nerves function and what can they do? That's all that that talks about. And this is all very general, right? But how do they specifically do that? These things, right? Is getting into measurement.
Yes. So are we, so, should we continue the hows? Is that the problem? What are the neurons transmitting? How are they working together how are they to work together to produce measurements?
Yes.
How do they work together to produce measurements? Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't want it to work how I wanted it. Uh, thank you. I don't like this. Not sure I like this.
what's that?
I don't know if I like vibrations or oscillations. Could be anything.
Signals.
See, well, I don't know if this goes here.
This is
Redundant.
yes. We talked about this in the section before.
So that we could move that up here. Goes up there. What belongs here?
What's that?
Want to know what that is here belongs here.
Right.
Yeah, this is like almost all redundant. How did we manage to do that?
What?
Oh, I'm just pissed that I managed to do that. I want to have neurons. Let me see here again. This is all fine. How it computes. What are they transmitting?
Right?
What's its logic? What's its economy? What's its scale?
Okay. Go back up there. That was good. That's a good general statement. Right?
Yeah,
Generally, the nervous system functions like this.
yeah,
Then you're going to talk about specifically how is it organized and why does it do, what is it doing, right? Because you were just talking about it in a very general sense.
mm-hmm.
Now you're talking about the particulars.
Yeah, see, I think this gets moved up. And then this is good. Yeah. And then division of labor. This goes. Hierarchy. And then how they're organized by the body. This is okay. So it's only this first part. I want to make sure I'm not leaving you behind. So can I, do you understand what I'm trying to say, or should I walk you through it?
Walk through it, just walk through it. So we're certainly on the same page.
I think, through here, this is good, right? This part. But it needs to be, we need to include sensation measurements, disambiguation up there. And then we can flow from neurogroup coherence into the division of labor, the organization of measurements, microcortical, right?
That makes sense.
Right, I think that's the right answer. So I don't know how to not overdo it in the neurons. Am I frustrating you, or is this okay?
No, I'm not frustrated. I'm sort of amused. It's like this. Kurt says, "I don't know how to not overdo it in the neurons," and he leaves out the quiet part, which is or anything else.
God damn it! Ass handed to me.
I'm just having dead. I'm like watching you. Your working memory is bigger than mine. You're remembering what's going on in like 12 places. I'm like, fuck, I can't keep up. I'll keep my mouth shut and let you process because you're doing great work.
So we've got to move this in. So we want to go. See, this is more general.
Yes.
Now I'm going to leave you for a minute. So, and move. This is kind of important. See, have we got this? Have we got that in here? See, this is on a dendrite. This is on the neuron.
The dendrite is part of the nerve.
Yeah, let's go over here. It's the receptor. See, there's a higher level thing here.
What do you mean?
Well, it's a higher level arc.
Do please be more explicit.
Okay, so um I would actually say this goes above this. What's a neuron's role? All right. What's a neuron? What's a neuron's role? Would be
Detect.
vibrations, measurements, and disambiguation, right? Then there's then how does it function, right? And then how does it calculate, compute? And what do they transmit? See now, and what's the logic that works out, and then what's the end result is.
So you have to distinguish between a single neuron and then groups of neurons.
And what I'm trying to distinguish between is the behavior of all kinds of neurons, and then I guess I can fit it all in here. Can I move it all in there?
Like I said, I think that the first part is about single neurons. Didn't cuss that time.
I did cuss.
Oh, you did it quietly though.
I did it quietly.
So look, you have a single neuron that has a potential set of functions that's quite limited. Then you have groups of neurons that allow the information to be processed to higher levels of abstraction. And that's what we're getting in conflationary between those two. Because you describe a single neuron as very simple goddamn thing, and it can only do one thing. It can fire or not fire. And then you have groups of them that are detecting variations in patterns by those ones that are absorbing the information directly. They're processing the information as a secondary function. And you get higher level functions based on groups.
I'm with you.
So how does the body detect information that is useful for its survival? It gets a neuron.
You win. You win a lot, you know.
I know. Yes. Groups of neurons receive signals. Yeah.
It needs to be groups of signals?
Groups of neurons. So that, how does a neuron function goes below the vibration?
Right. So we just, all we're trying to do is start from the very top, all right? What's a neuron do? Huh? It responds to vibrations. All right, what does that mean? And turns them into signals that are meaningful. How does it function? Right? Now, this
Yeah.
part goes down here.
Where?
Or I could put it up there.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll put it up there. Right, and rewrite, and write, and rewrite.
Huh. Right.
Okay, now we got it.
That goes way up there.
Yeah, where? Tell me where.
You could put that right up above the place you just said, met that place where it was before. So just, you've moved the entire section up there.
Okay, so these signals for measurements.
Hmm.
Is that right?
Okay. These signals, groups of neurons receive signals. These signals are measurements.
We've done this already.
Yes. That are receipt
Go ahead.
that I think this part goes right before. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine because it's not a measurement until it's a form of measurement. We detected a change, right?
Mhm.
The neuron detects a change and responds to the change, but they're not measurements until a group of neurons says it's a measurement.
These patterns. Measurements.
I think that part below the illustration goes above where you're talking about a single neuron again.
Well, I'm giving all these parts. And can you see over on the,
Yes.
I want to have something that shows the parts, otherwise it's too complicated to follow this. So if I'm going to mention all these parts,
I know, but I would move the illustration to above as well, to the single neuron. Because you're talking about groups of neurons below the various vibrations.
okay, I'll show. What am I doing?
Highlight it.
Does it feel like work today? Because it feels like work today. So we don't have to do this. I want to work this term is why I'm fussing. This goes up here.
That's a role of a group of neurons, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's boom, and measurement. So those two terms need to be worked in.
Right? Yes.
We don't need this though, right?
No.
So where do we have the equivalent?
What up?
Where do we cover it? The axon, okay. We've answered it all there, right?
Yeah, but I think that part goes up with a single neuron.
Yeah, where does it go? Vibration,
Below vibration,
right below vibration.
before groups of neurons.
Now, your sense of amusement.
Pardon me?
Wait a minute, it goes after vibration, right?
Right before groups of neurons.
Where's groups of neurons?
It's, well, that up, right there.
Yeah, it goes here. That's what I thought. I was confusticated. No, it goes after this paragraph.
Okay. Okay. That's one way to do it. Okay.
Produces disambiguation, produces a measurement.
Yes.
Okay. Damn it. Okay. No, we do good work no matter what.
Okay. Okay.
I think I need the number. Should this be up there?
Right before groups.
I think you're right. You know, you're more than just a pretty face.
Thank you.
Forgot what we were just doing. Yep.
I think I would have put it up higher.
Wanted to go above it.
That was what I was thinking.
You're probably right. You know, I could just, you know, bite the bullet
Maybe
and say that Brad's right all the time.
right over time,
But
not necessarily in time.
this needs to be. This is a heading. This is a subheading. I don't know.
This part right here wants to be way up higher, I think.
We got nowhere higher to go. Measurement.
Wait. When did you first start about neurons?
Right here. What is a neuron? What does it do?
Okay.
What are categories, right? Right?
But you got groups yet?
Groups is,
We don't want groups yet.
you're right.
Thank you.
Don't be a dick.
My.
You gotta have it here.
That's why I was suggesting putting that group how does a neuron function up above with the rest of the
It's
single?
the same thing though. It's got a measurement. No, it doesn't have to be in.
Huh?
What did you want to say?
How does a neuron function? That section goes with the single neuron. Then there's groups. You're into groups.
You know, where am I making the point though?
What?
Well, the point I'm trying to make is measurements. So,
But the issue in my mind is that how does a neuron function isn't anything about measurements at all.
it is about groups of neurons though.
It is. It's a
Well,
neuron.
I mean, a receptor measures something, right?
It measures a change,
Neuron
right?
measures a frequency of a pattern of receptors. Maybe this is how we should describe it. A neuron recognizes a macro pattern in cooperation with other neurons and groups of neurons. Maybe that's how we should do it. So I take that and put it later.
Yes. I think. Because the issue is the single neuron detects a change that activates it and generates a signal.
Right, but see, this is the
That's
problem.
that's all a single neuron does.
Is that true?
It detects a change and it creates an action potential, or it doesn't with some frequency.
Well, an input neuron does. An associative neuron needs another neuron.
Yeah, but we're not even distinguishing between them at this point. Talking about how a neuron functions.
All right, so what we get to is we got to find a place to put for measurements.
Measurements are the creation of groups of neurons.
All right. So that's down here.
So that section you just passed called sensation and detection goes with single neurons. That sensory perception is way up the top.
No, because that's a stimuli, not a sense. Senses has
Okay,
sense,
okay. It's
Right.
groups of neurons then.
right? So measurements doesn't go there. I have to have a measurement has to be relative to something.
Right.
So
Okay. Okay.
now wearing you out? You doing okay?
Doing all right. You're kind of wearing me out, but that's okay. You're processing in a quiet way that's complex that I'm not necessarily keeping up with all the time, and I apologize for that.
Not your fault, it's mine. Yeah, for their own survival. What do neurons achieve?
To groups of, yeah.
Yeah. It's not even one. Everything.
What? Okay.
Well,
Right.
all right. I get what's going on here.
What's going on?
I mean, there's just too much.
Too much what?
I'm moving too many parts in my head, and so it's
Hmm.
not just that you aren't following, it's that I'm having a problem uh doing it myself. We gotta fix this. Why are you here twice? Oh, because I did that this earlier. Downstream, I don't know what the right term is.
What's that?
Uh, neurons and their downstream nerves and their downstream neurons. I don't know what to call downstream. I think I'm starting to get tired. Should be because I'm working hard. This is okay. So we fixed. Okay, this is much better. What is a neuron? Neurons disambiguate. Enhancing synapse. This is really good. This is really good. This is really good. Yeah, this feels out of place. Out of place. I don't know where to put it. Then we go to sense perception.
Sensory perception goes before learning and prediction and adaptation.
Yeah, yeah. I think it could go here. I don't know, might go later on. here. So let's back up to it. Needs to be lower level. Measurements is good. Systems of measurement is good. Now we're getting too far away. And it's got to go here. This has got to, it goes here. Oh, Brad, this is killing me.
Why?
Work.
We might benefit from it's like the those little headers that we put in there with the flow there. If you pull down,
Go ahead, boss. Hold on.
wait, I'm waiting there, stop. Go up a little bit. No, down a little bit. A little more to the next section. Keep pulling. There you go. That little thing, that chart that says measurements, nerves, stimuli,
Yes.
it tells us where we are.
Yes.
We haven't been using that, and it's confusing. I'm lost because we don't have a indicators of location.
Oh, you're so smart.
I think that if we index a thing like we were doing it before, then we will be able to find ourselves more easily. Because like, what is the flow of what's going on, right?
Right.
Then that will properly put things in perspective.
I hope this isn't. We might need another one. Yeah. This should be sensation. Which is neurons. And that should go. I almost did the edge thing again.
Almost.
So I should put red. You gotta go put that fucking thing everywhere now. You find. So what am I gonna search for? I'm gonna first search for 13 occurrences. I'm not brave enough to do search and replace. Search,
I want to see it
I
before I
am not
want
brave
to see
enough.
it happen.
I'm just not.
Manual control only.
I do this when I'm programming too sometimes. Because I don't want to think about, I'd rather take the time to do it manually than think about all the freaking things that could go wrong and work it into the thing that rearranges text.
Yes.
I just don't, that doesn't make me happy. What happened here? Oh, this is right. Why is there just,
And some of them are indented and some of them are not.
is that what it is?
Yes. Now it's indented and it's corrected.
Sensation measurements.
As
That's
soon as
what
you do it, it indents it.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, thank you.
It looked different. It's disturbing when it doesn't look the way you want it to look. When it shows up, it's like, that's not right.
That's just not right. All right.
Nervous system gets antsy, huh?
Oh, fuck. Okay, so I'm going to do something really smart here.
Now what? Ah.
I'm fucking have a heart attack. This is getting really good here. This is really good. That's got, I can do that. I think I want the conclusion. Right. Well, let's see, this is the thing.
What?
Where do I get into columns? Okay, it's here. Okay, we're in good shape. I can tell by body language I'm wearing out Brad, and
A little bit.
I'm wearing out myself. Okay,
Stick to your map.
this works. Stick to my map.
Stick to your map. Yeah, make sure that it fits in your map.
It's here, right?
That's your map.
All there. Okay, we solved it. Okay, that was fucking hard.
Wait, where's the map? Where's the map for integration?
There.
Okay. Yes.
I could put the chapters here.
Right.
Yeah, that might be interesting. Char, it's 3, I forgot. behavior. Right, 'cause that's it. An enactment. Enactment.
Okay.
Why do I feel like something's missing there? Integration. I don't think so.
I like that.
Hey. Which way do I go first? I go down here.
Say tomato, I say tomato.
Yeah. Up to the front. I'm fried.
You're gonna highlight the right part? Thank you. No. Just checking if I'm watching, are you?
I want to have this. Is that wrong?
No.
Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong.
What are you doing wrong?
I'm thinking about it wrong. Boy,
How so? Hmm.
um, should be this.
Ah,
Embodiment. Homeostasis sensation. Or it should be that. Do I have the guts to do this again? Uh, so you gotta have at least one of these. Oh, God damn it.
oh,
I'm not all set on this, but I'm running out of gas, so
we're getting there.
I'll
You didn't highlight the last one.
I didn't. Done this for. So you do it this way.
There you go.
Put it that way. That way I can get rid of that. I'm starting to feel kind of stupid now.
What?
My brain is starting to feel kind of stupid now.
You can do the mechanical parts.
Okay. And then we'll go down. That's okay. It's okay. That's okay.
Oh, it's not okay.
Jesus, Brad, I am just a fruitcake. This is wrong.
Yes.
Well, there's only one.
I think there's only one.
Oh, that's wise, because I did it this way. Kurt, you're such a moron. Oh. What about that? See, I got something.
Ah,
Right, so I got the whole circuit. Great. Can I beg mercy now?
yeah. Save it.
You work me like a dog.
Oh,
It's all
no,
your fault, isn't it?
a little bit. Wait,
I bet if I take a break and have lunch,
yeah.
I will still be able to work on this.
Just stick to the map.
Stick to the map.
The map.
Are you afraid I'll take some tangent into some village somewhere?
Yep.
That's the
You sort of did, and I was
backroads
like,
full of
"Oh,
hillbilly?
that." You added a whole new thing. It's like, what the hell? Where did you go, man? What are you doing? Where is that? Wow. And there was a great deal of confusion to reorganize it to make it fit.
That's right now, though. I get to do this next. Can't wait. That'll be fun. I actually pulled it all up here, so
Okay.
I can easily um put it in. Can't do this kind of stuff in the pamphlets.
What? No.
You just can't. And it's like you can't do like every medium, the book, the lessons, like the lectures, and the pamphlet, or the science, the lectures and the pamphlet, they all have to be presented slightly differently. Because you're looking for different information density each time.
Right.
Like for the book, I mean, science, like we're basically producing a reference material, right?
Right.
And then this is how the videos, the presentations, that's how you teach it. And then the pamphlets, how you basically popularize it, is that right? And just some people communicate it.
Yeah.
And the Constitution is the end product of it.
Right.
Who else is this fucking crazy? Who does this, Brad? Just us.
I don't know, Kurt. You're the craziest person I found. That's why I'm sticking with you. It's like mania. What mania?
You were laughing at me a bunch today.
A little bit.
How come you find so much joy in such things?
I
don't need to be sharing
like
this.
we have to get to the end of this crazy trip.
I don't know. I went back to the like I think I told you this yesterday. I went back to the physics yesterday.
Okay.
There's a hole in it one place, which we know about, but otherwise it's pretty damn good. It's gonna take once we're get it all out, it'll take one more pass.
Yeah.
We basically read through it, and we'll do that with Martin and probably.
Okay. But it's
Yeah.
just a matter of I think that making the map for every section so that it all has a known flow, and we
Yeah.
direct traffic most effectively that way.
Yes. All right, boss. I need to probably eat something and rest for a little bit. But I got juice, so I'm gonna see if I can get done with the fragment feature object model entity hierarchy.
Right.
But I don't feel at this point, given you just teased me about it, it's just better to work on the narrative for it together.
Okay.
So you'll tell me what days this week? Tuesday, maybe?
Tuesday, Thursday, I think.
Okay. Are you okay? I'm gonna end the recording. Can you do your thing?
Oh,
tired.
this is my opportunity again. Since I already told you once, I don't know why I have to tell you again. Like, subscribe, notifications, then leave comments, please.
Yes. I love you, man. You have a great day. And thanks for the audience. You're crazy enough to sit through this with us.
I know, really tip my hat again. Wow.